G'day everyone, welcome back to a guy named Troopy. Just heading back from Snowy 2.0 again, finished my swing, thank God. I had planned on going to Mount Gibbo via Mount Pinnabar and Tom Grogan, but we're forecasting a fair bit of rain. Tomorrow is in Friday afternoon and then Saturday, Sunday, so I decided to give that a miss. So instead I've sort of gone south, I've gone to Bombala, and from there I'm headed to Bendoc. I'll go and have a beer in there, and I'm going to go camp at Wilson's Hut. It's not far from Bendoc, so it's meant to be a real nice hut. I've been meaning to go there for a lot of years now. Yeah, so that's my plans. I said I'm just trying to stay out of the high elevation. I'm full driving this weekend because of the rain. So I thought, oh, this is the next best option. It's sort of heading towards home to a degree. Yeah. So, Bendoc. I don't reckon I've been into Bendoc for probably, I'd say 40 years as a guess. As a young kid I lived there for a little while, maybe a year, I'm not exactly sure. My grandfather used to be a hardwood sawmiller, had sawmills all around this region, and yeah, we lived in a caravan there for a little while, and I was only probably 18 months old, but I remember it was very cold. And the pub, there's meant to be a good pub there, so see if they sell stubby holes, I'll call in there anyway and have a beer and then get to camp, get some firewood and then get set up. State border of Victoria. That's an old sign. Just turned onto Marriott track, heading towards Wilson's Hut. I think it's about 1k in from here. I've just been to the Delegate pub, had a beer there, bought a stubby holder. I love my stubby holders, I collect them. And then called into the Bendoc pub, had a beer there, and it's funny because I spoke to a couple of people and they knew the family and actually knew me when I was a young kid, like when I was 18 months old. Yeah, they remember my old man, and that's saying a lot because my old man passed away back in 1983 at 33 years of age. So, and they still remember him. So it was good. Had a bit of a chat and a beer, and it's sort of getting dark early these days. So we'll get down here and get some firewood and set up camp. So, looking forward to checking this hut out. It's meant to be pretty good. All right, here we are, just coming into Wilson's Hut. Heap of kangaroos. All right, this is Wilson's Hut. Not bad. Just setting the bush setting. Heaps of space over here. Just all tables and fire pits all the way around there. Couple more around here. Over here. And then you got the drop toilets over there, so it's actually real good spot. Well, finally set up. Come in way too late. Those couple of beers at the pubs didn't help me cause, that's for sure. I had to get some more firewood, there wasn't much here. But everything's up and running, basic setup again. I'll cook on the coals tonight, just sausages, nothing flash. Yeah, not a bad spot, but it's a great hut. How's the serenity? Hound, can you hear that? The best sound ever. Cheers. Hang on a minute. I should be drinking out of my own stubby holders, not the Dargo Hotel. Back in a sec. Got something to show you guys. Okay, I'm back. I've got some merch. Dargo Hotel, no longer. Guyanese Troopy. Check that out. And put some gravel in your travel. Coming soon. Well, every time I go camping, I always grab a couple of beers out of the fridge. It's not a beer, it's Captain Morgan's. Still sounds the same. Not bad. I tell you what, this one's Riley. Cheers, Riley. Anzac Eve, mate. Cooking up a storm tonight. Oh, well, that's me, guys. I'll say good night tonight, and I'll catch you in the morning. Not much happened around the fire tonight. It's pretty quiet. Nice old hut. Good fireplace. 2 rooms. Was built in 1916 by the Wilsons. I think it was Alfred and Irene. So they planted veggie patches and they had chooks and all that sort of stuff. And Alfred used to cut firewood and deliver it to people. And there's a mine not far from here. I think it's called Victoria Star. So they used to provide produce for them as well. So I think I lived here for 20 odd years. And I think Alfred got crook. I think he moved back to Sydney and passed away. From what I read over here, Irene hung around for a bit longer, but then she went back to Sydney as well. So the house was left. Well, the hut was left as it is. A beautiful hut. It's everything here was built from, apart from the glass, is obviously made from this area, locally produced timber and that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's well worth a look. And then also, if you're coming here, call into the Bendoc pub as well. There's got new managers there. They're a great young couple, and they're actual locals to the area, like to the Orbost, Genoa, Bendoc area. So it's well worth calling in and have a chat to them and yeah, support the local businesses, like especially like someone taking over a pub, which is very hard these days anyway. So, all right. Okay, I've just left Wilson's Hut. Great little spot. It says not too far from Bendoc and Bombala, and but it's a perfect example of a hut. And so now I'm going to head to the Victoria Star Mine, just down the road, not too far at all. Oh yeah, it must be here. See here, big diggings here. Yep, Victoria Star track. All right, we'll head in here. I'll continue my little ramble a bit later on. Okay, we've just come into the Victoria Star mine area here. There's a little tractor comes in here. Everything's fenced off, saying no entry. You gotta be real careful in these areas because there's just mine shafts everywhere. And pretty much a lot of them are just covered with tin. And then a lot of leaves and foliage fall on top of them. And you wouldn't know where you're walking. So they fence these areas off for a reason. This Victoria Star mine was the second biggest earning mine in East Gippsland or Gippsland. I'm not sure what the totals were. I'll try and find that out and I'll put it down below. So it's very successful. I think it was mined over about 30 or 40 years and it had 4 different companies. See if we can find some old relics around here, some old bits of machinery. I'm not sure where this track takes me, but all right. Can't see that one here. This one here you can sort of see. It just keeps going through there. These just pop up everywhere around here, eh? Just so you know, I am outside of the fenced area, okay? I haven't got inside a fenced area yet. That's the fenced area over in there. Alright, so what I've sort of worked out is anywhere there's a fern around the area, there seems to be a shaft. Alright, I could be in a fenced off area here. But over here there's a shitload of ferns. So I'm guessing this must be a big one. Can't sort of see much. Alright, I don't know much about gold and how they actually find this fucking stuff, because it always seems to be in the middle of nowhere. Alright, so if anyone can leave a comment below and tell me how they actually find this stuff. Like, this bloke's digging a hole here, right here. Why is he digging that here? Is there a reason for that? Yeah, I mean, and then someone else dug a hole over here. See? Another hole here. I'll tell you what, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, they found 141 kilos of gold, I think. I read that somewhere. But what made them come here? And what's the purpose of gold? Like, seriously, what, we use it for jewelry? all this gold we find, what do we do with it? We just put it in the storage? Why is gold so expensive? Like, if it's not something we use, it's not a fossil fuel, or, you know what I mean? It's nothing like we really need to power anything. It's just gold. Like, is jewelry that expensive that needs to be, we need to dig holes everywhere and find it? I don't know. As I said, if you know, drop a comment. I'd like to know more about it. I was talking to one of my operators the other day, JD, and he actually mentioned a theory he's got. And it's a good one. I reckon it's quite funny, but who knows? It could be true. So I'll fill you in one day. Yeah. Alright, this is like one of the first sort of structural things I've seen. I haven't seen any stampers or anything yet. So it would have been an old platform, something of some description. Okay, we're up on a big stockpile of spoil here. There's got to be something around here in the way of machinery or remains. I'm back out of the fenced area now. Got to be very careful where you step around here. That's a big pile. There's nothing around here. Well, I can't find any remains of any old machinery and plant around here, so I might just go a different spot, might jump the Troopy and have a look around further over there. Work this out. I've been walking around in there trying to find all these old bits of plant and that, and here it is right here on the edge of the road. Unbelievable. So yeah, Langland's Foundry Co, Melbourne. I guess that probably would have been like a stamper back in the day. Probably attached to a boiler or something to get the power to run it. A bit more over here. More foundations. So just walking on the edge of the road here, even right here, right on the edge of the road, there's an old mine shaft there. Same as down there. They're everywhere. That's where I was walking around on that big hill over there. Wasn't far away. Alright. Oh, that was pretty impressive. once I get once I found a bit of old plant and machinery and that sort of stuff, sort of makes it a bit more worthwhile. Makes sense, I suppose. Got a water course here, running down through there so they can get the water, what they need to acquire to sluice their gold, whatever it is. But as I said before, if anyone's can tell me why and how they find these locations where they just go, oh, bang, there's gold here. I understand if they find a nugget on top of the ground, but they're digging into the ground, so how do they know that? These days we've got metal detectors and whatever else. Makes it pretty easy. And as I said, why is gold so expensive? It's not an oil, it's not a fossil fuel. Why is it so expensive? Like, it just gets locked up in a vault somewhere. Why is that the case? Like, as I said, JD's got a theory, and I reckon it's a great theory, that gold's used somewhere up there by an alien life form who need gold, and we're just like ants mining this area for them. And then they'll come down one day and just say, fuck you, Earth, we're taking our gold, we're out of here. Does that make any sense? You tell me. Must be bullshit because the kookaburras are laughing at me. Alright, time to get out of here. Okay, we're just driving through Bendoc and I come across this old log here. I'll show you this. As I said, our family's got a fair bit of history around here, and this log here was given here by my grandfather because it was too big to put through the bandsaw. So I'll show you this. Alright, this is this log I was telling you about. This was actually too big to put through the bandsaw, which is pretty obvious. I'll stand beside it in a second, show you the size of it. Absolutely crazy. From what my uncle was saying, it took him a couple of days to get it out of the bush. And when it arrived here, he just said, well, why the fuck you bother with that? Like, what a waste of a good tree. And it is, and it's a shame. Even though family's been involved in hardwood sawmilling for a long time, but we're out of it now. But, yeah, you just sort of can't justify that, eh? Alright, I'll go stand beside it, check it out. What you gotta remember is I'm 6 foot. That is one massive log, eh? That's absolutely insane. The old stamper and battery. Old boiler and shaft cage. Got an old trolley here. An old grader. Armstrong Holland. Imagine some of these new age guys jumping on this. This is what JD drives at work, or operates. He'd shit himself, I reckon. Another little stamper battery here. Up here on the left used to be our old mill site, I'm pretty sure. So obviously this is private property, I won't go in here, but I'm pretty sure that here used to be like the workers' quarters here. And just up here, from memory, I think about where that tree is there used to be where we had our caravan. I think, I'm not exactly sure. It was a long time ago, so I think I was only like 2 years old. I've just seen photos. bye.